Hi, my name is Kayla Solomon. I am a certified sleep and well-being specialist as well as a certified parent coach, and I'm here to share a review on the SleepOut blind compared to the Grow blind. Now, I am not a professional at giving reviews, and so all I've done is taken my review that I posted on my Instagram stories at Official Sleeping Beauties and pieced it together for you into a little YouTube video. So it's not professional, but it does give you an idea of my thoughts on this product. Watch all the way to the end for a discount code that you can use if you'd like to purchase it. And if you have any questions about Sleep Without Sleep training or about this product, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Official Sleeping Beauties or by email at officialsleepingbeauties@gmail.com. About a year ago, I was approached by this team that was creating a new blackout product because they wanted some input on my thoughts on what things were kind of lacking in the market. So I gave them some feedback. The most popular blackout blind at the time that I was very familiar with was the Grow blind, which I use in my own home. I have mixed feelings about it, but it's a decent product. So I have a couple of them. So I was really excited to try the SleepOut blind. So I'm actually going to compare for you the SleepOut to the Grow blind, which is currently up in my son's room. So you can see the difference between the two. I am going to share some more information on my grid about blackout and what I think about it in general, whether it's necessary, not necessary. But if you have a child who is somewhat light sensitive and they do well with blackouts, here is my review. So for starters, it comes in this really compact carry case, which is really nice. Comparing it to the Grow blind, it also comes in a somewhat compact case, but I do like that it's has the straps, and the fact that it has a zipper instead of snaps makes it a little bit easier to try and maneuver, which is nice. And it's also nice that they have instructions on the package for how you can actually get it up. Okay, so it comes with these suction cups that, just to start off, I can show you here. I don't know how easy it is to see. They kind of like lock into place, and they are definitely stronger than the suction cups that are like auto installed on the Grow blind. So right away, I can tell that this is probably going to be a stronger hold than the Grow blind, which that's probably my biggest complaint about the Grow blind, is that the suction cups often come unstuck from the window. And then all along the edges of the panel, there is Velcro, which I don't know if you could have seen, but there's Velcro pads right here on the bottom of the suction cups. So basically you just take the blind and stick it on. So we're going to try that next. So I've now realized that I made a mistake in installing the suction cups, which probably, had I read the instructions, it would have told me that I should have installed it the other way around. So the Velcro was at the top, because the issue I'm having now is that the fabric obviously isn't going to the top of my window. So if it was flipped the other way and the Velcro was at the top, it would have solved the light bleed here. But I have to say, like, from a blackout perspective, like, I only have it on one window here because I have a screen on the other window. It's definitely cutting out the light. And they also included for me, I'm not sure if they are an extra purchase or if it comes with the kit normally, these reusable stickers that you can put on the edges here to stop any light bleed. So basically for right here, you could have put them there. I don't think you necessarily even need it. I mean, you can see from the amount of light coming through that it does a pretty good job of cutting the light out. The fabric is also a lot lighter than the Grow blind, so I feel like it's less likely to fall down, which is really nice. And just in general, it's like a pretty large piece of fabric. So it would cover like this huge window that I have, and there's lots of extra fabric on the floor, which I presume there's some way, I haven't quite figured that out, of like maybe folding it. Maybe that's what an extra suction cup would help with, so that it's not necessarily just like dragging on the floor, because that obviously, if you have a window like this where there's a vent underneath, that would create an issue. But I'm going to guess that they have a simple solution to that problem. But this was a super easy install. I'm going to take you into my son's room and show you the Grow blind to compare. This was definitely easier to get up. Okay, so you can already see the huge issue that I have with this Grow blind, which is that especially when it gets hot, it doesn't stay suctioned. So I'm just going to open his blinds, and you can see the whole thing is like kind of falling down. So yeah, that's annoying. All the suction cups have come off, so I need to re-stick them so that it actually stays in place. So certainly the SleepOut looks nicer. It looks more adult-like than this does. And while this is functional because you can like make it smaller by sticking the Velcro together, it doesn't stay up all that well. So I think that the SleepOut is probably a better solution to solve that problem. And the install was just as easy as this was, and it's just as compact for travel too. Okay, so all in all, now that I've looked at both together, I would say there are some definite pros to the Sleep Out compared to the Grow Blind, which again, I'm sure there's more on the market, but the Grow Blind is the one that I'm most familiar with. The pros would definitely be it's way easier to put up. It's better looking. So it's the kind of thing that like if you were to spend money on, you'd probably keep it in your kids' room a lot longer than you would the Grow Blind because it's kind of ugly. I think the fabric is definitely better and looks a little bit better in terms of like the quality. Um, the cons, I would say the cons are maybe the price point, which again, if you're planning on keeping it long term, are probably not that big of a deal. It is more expensive than the Grow Blind, especially if you wanted to add on more suction cups, for example, or if you need the bleed tape, for example. And then the other con I would say is that it is quite long, which is good if you have a floor to ceiling window, but if you have a lower window, it either drags on the ground or you have to like physically roll it up and hope that it stays in place. Whereas the Grow Blind has those little Velcro pieces where you can actually adjust the length on your own. So that's definitely a plus to the Grow Blind. Maybe in a future iteration of the Sleep Out, they'll come up with that as well. I'm going to give them that feedback. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good product. The one thing that I need to be really upfront about is that while this product is amazing and the people who created are amazing, they do sound to me like they are in support of sleep training. They have a bunch of different sessions that they offer on sleep and sleep science. And the next one coming up is on Thursday. Unfortunately, I can't attend, but I have some friends who are going to attend. But it does sound like it takes a very sleep trainee mindset, which doesn't really sit right with me. But you can't win them all, right? So I wouldn't say that would stop me from buying the product, but I do like to be upfront that I do my research and I don't support sleep training, but the product itself doesn't, condone sleep training, and it is a pretty good product. So I would give that like a 9 out of 10.